Hello, hello, my friends, and welcome to tonight's episode of the Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls, coming at you live from the internet. Before we get started, a few announcements, mainly programming announcements, because we have a bunch of cool programs on the channel. Thursday, tomorrow night, Tuesday night, Will, Matt, and TJ, Space Marine 2, will do something. I don't know what we're going to do. It might be our final Space Marine one, maybe?
It might be a little later than usual too because I have a
Oh.
dentist appointment tomorrow, but I should get home in time.
We'll
But
we'll we'll play it by ear, but tomorrow
yeah,
it's either going to be Space Marine 2 or Final Fantasy 14,
the
depending
award-winning
on
MMO.
the award-winning MMO. Just because that game has had a grip on me lately.
Oh, thank you for the early villain point, Squishy.
Oh no,
Oh
Squishy.
no! Squishy?
Squishy, how could
Then
you?
on
The betrayal.
Wednesday, Wild Ambition, our PF2 Wild West game, our party is on an airship. The airship's engines are being attacked by bugs, specifically grubs, that seem to have human faces.
It's horrible.
I have no idea why the artwork is like that. That's just what the artwork is. And so far, some of the engines are looking pretty damaged. Spoiler alert, they don't want the engines being damaged too much. Then,
I wonder why.
well, you're very high up in the air, so right now
We
you're
are
flying,
thousands of feet in the air.
but soon you may be falling, possibly with style. Then on Thursday, Winnipeg. I would say come and check out Muse's PF2 game, but it's sold out. But do you know
Let's
what's
pick it
not?
again.
Do you know what's not sold out? These multi-table special on October 10th. So go sign up for your table for that. We have enough people for the bare minimum right now for it to launch, so the more the merrier. Come on down and be part of a really unique sort of situation, because I think it's really cool the fact that we'll have 5 tables all playing the same adventure path basically, and each one will be able to help each other succeed more. It's a very fun community thing. Then, speaking of community, on Friday, EVB returns.
I mean,
Uh,
she's trapped on a bridge with the rest of the party coming after her, so let's see how that goes.
our party has 1 round until EVB has full control of the ship. And they have to do stuff to deal with that. And that should be
Ooh,
very
stuff.
interesting. We'll find out. The ship also now has like an official map, which I think has gotten cast approval. Like, I think you'll like that little map, right? Yeah.
Certainly not what I was expecting, but it's certainly fancy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then Saturday, the Tabletop Bros are back, and this week we finished Baldur's Gate 3, come hell or in Chad's case, high water.
Ooh.
I think we're gonna at least need one more week after.
You think so?
I think so.
We've killed Gortesh. We're going to have we gotten we got
We've gotten all the
Orin.
nether stones. Now we actually have to start the end game stuff.
Yeah, we're in the end game.
There's, I think, a handful of sort of just like get to the boss fight fights, then the boss fight, then we potentially have to do the boss fight again. No, we do
Yeah.
have to do the boss fight twice.
I mean, we'll find out.
No, we
Then on Sunday, Cozy Co-op, Will, Sarah, Emily, Stardew Valley, just relaxing in like the most relaxed way.
Very relaxed, very calm, very
The
simple.
more you say it, the more it seems like it's really, really not gonna.
It is. It usually is. I've stopped optimizing the fun out of Stardew, so it's been great. Then on Monday, the Strength of Thousands AP. Speaking of optimizing the fun out of things, tonight's adventure path. Matt running it. But before we get into those announcements, one last thing. Maya. We love Maya. Maya's amazing. Maya is in the Astral Calling, and specifically, they're doing a little fundraiser coming up soon. I just have to actually go and grab the link to it. Oh wow, we've been talking in this class. So they're the play they're in, Titus Kills, is doing a fundraiser because they won some awards. And if you want to go and support that in the LA area, you can do so at this link. Go and play some D&D for a good cause and an amazing show with one of the most talented actresses in the world in it. Because y'all are amazing. And those are all of our big programming announcements. So now, let us do a handoff over to Matt to take over for the rest of the night as our illustrious, amazing, and finely dressed GM.
You look
Okay.
good in blue.
I do. It matches my eyes. Hello,
Correct.
everyone, and welcome back. Tonight, we are continuing with the Strength of Thousands adventure path. We're in the last book. Things are drawing to a head. Coming to a head, drawing to a close. Whatever. Things are nearing the end. Exciting days, exciting conclusions, and exciting revelations are coming. But before that, we have to introduce our characters. So, starting tonight, because I'm a magpie and my eyes immediately latched on to Sarah's glowing headset, Sarah, please introduce yourself, your character, and if this is spooky still because it's monster adjacent, if you could be a kaiju, what kind of kaiju would you be?
Oh. Oh, that's a difficult one. Hi, everybody. I'm Sarah Margaret, also known as Cosmic DD746 on Twitch, and I'll be playing Charlotte, the Anati toxicologist. Ooh, huh. In terms of kaiju, I don't rightly know. I want to say I'd like to do Gamora.
Well, you could also just sort of name a monster type. Like, I keep going back to that one movie with, it was a little while ago. I suddenly can't remember. Anne Hathaway, where I think she discovered
Where
she
she
was,
controlled a kaiju with her brain?
yeah, by accident. Like, and
By
I think it was a giant tree
accident?
creature or something, possibly.
Yeah, something
So,
like that. That's actually a really good movie. I
It
highly
is a
recommend
good
it.
film.
It's
Yeah,
got a
what
great
movie?
underlying theme among all the monster fighting.
all the good monster
But
movies do.
yes, they really do. But yeah, no, I would say a kind of dragon-esque sort of character would be really fun in terms of a kaiju gigantic. But I'm a big fan of giant four pedal, like the four-legged humongous monsters. I'm talking like brontosauruses but much bigger that are like island sized. My favorite thing is kaiju based sort of monsters that are so big that they are overcompensating. I'm thinking of Shadow of the Colossus, where it's like they just take up the space, you know? But they're not doing anything. They're just taking up space. They're existing. So,
And you kill them.
yeah. Oh, so yeah, no, precisely. So I would be the one that's in the grove. That's the four on its four legs with it looks like a horse based kind. I would love to be that kaiju. I don't know if anybody's played Shadow of the Colossus, but
No, but I watched a deep dive about the game on Overly Sarcastic Productions, which was an excellent video.
I'll look up a photo of them. They're really cool.
Moving right along to someone who is looking up like he's looking for a kaiju, Will. Please introduce yourself, your character, and describe what your kaiju would be.
Hi there, I'm Will, also known as Gamma, Igara, and Choco on tonight's stream, also known as Tabletop Rose on the internet. Gamma is a summoned Eidolon, Igara is a summoner, and Choco is an animal companion, which, fun fact, does not scale all that well when you multiclass into Druid. And for my kaiju, I think it would be very obvious what I would want to go with, Matthew. Sticking to the theme.
Or a toad, perhaps.
Oh, no. Oh, no, because it has to be a kaiju. Of course, I would go with a...
Yes, but Will, anything could be a kaiju if it's big enough.
I, of course, would go with a nine-tailed fox.
Okay.
Believe it.
Sure, Tamamo. Um,
Also, look what I got in like a little blind thing. They had all the different Naruto pets. It's like little
Baby
fleshy
Ninetales.
circles.
also, I
Baby
feel like the
Ninetales.
world collectively forgot
Love it.
that the real-life Killing Stone, which was supposed to contain the ancient evil nine-tailed fox Tamamo no Mai in Japan, broke this year for seemingly no reason. Just split in half.
I don't think
Okay,
I
great.
do.
That's
Also,
Somebody's
thanks.
playing a gotcha game? Somebody's
Yes.
playing a gotcha game?
chat,
Um,
Gamma was an option, but we got Kurama instead.
Also, a famous historical sword that was lodged in a cliffside has also gone missing. So, someone's assembling the ancient relics of the world, maybe. Um,
And that seems like a TTRPG plotline.
yeah, look up the Killing Stone. It was apparently a rock that was so cursed that they fenced it off because going near it apparently would result in your death, and it was supposed to be sealing an ancient Japanese yokai, and it just split in half randomly this year for seemingly no reason.
You know what
Or
they
last year,
called
maybe.
the folks who kept an eye on that watch, Matt? On that rock,
The Death
Matt?
Watch.
No, the Yokai Watch. Thank
All right,
you.
moving on. To McKenna,
That's
who
a
looks
dated
thoroughly
reference.
unimpressed with all of that. Please introduce yourself, your character, and what your kaiju would be.
Hello, everyone. My name is McKenna Ray Tynan. McKenna Ray art on all of the www.coms and apps and socials and whatnot. And tonight I am playing Miss Avi Avi, our Nyctera witch. And this is normally the part where I'd say and her familiar agate, but
Agate
maybe
is an
not.
agate.
I mean, agate rocks.
Agate is an agate.
This is I did this to myself by
Hey.
naming her after a crystal.
A price was paid to convey a non-vague prophecy to dear old Avi Avi.
Yup. Yup.
Oh, I
And
was
in
hoping it was
terms of-
me.
No, well, you
You.
listen. There's room for trauma for everyone. You're
This is a
next.
TTRPG.
Uh,
It's trauma
wait,
for
this is
everyone.
what we bond over. Hi, Teddy. Hello, Theodore.
I don't have any knees.
Oh, so long. Hello,
Oh, sorry.
Lonnie. Look at those polka dots. Okay, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm getting distracted. What kind of kaiju would I be? I fear I do not know enough about kaijus to properly answer this question. So I will preface by saying that I don't know a goddamn thing about kaiju beyond like Godzilla exists.
I'm mostly just saying if you could be a gigantic version of some sort of monster or creature and go rampaging through a city, what would you want to be?
I
Which
think
big?
I would want to be the kind of like mechanical kaiju, something a la Breath of the Wild, where to solve the problem, you have to enter the kaiju and do a series of puzzles and fights to end it.
The dreaded puzzle kaiju.
Wait,
Oh, the puzzle
Yeah.
kaiju.
Puzzle. I like that.
What animal is up for debate? That's less important.
I mean, I'm
Oh.
picturing a giant robot bat now, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that'd be fucking sick.
You'd
Yeah,
have to,
giant
like-
robot bat.
The
You'd
veins,
have
the veins of the wings would be like a maze you have to get through or
Tubes.
something. I don't
Getting
know.
up there is half the battle.
you'd
Like
have to airdrop onto
Uh,
it because you
gliding.
couldn't just get onto it.
Gliding. You can glide onto it.
They did this was really cool. They just put
I've
out
heard you'll just clip through it if you try to glide onto.
Yeah.
they just put out a little preview for the next season of Vox Machina, and at one point they have the two elf twins on the magic broom super high up, and Vax just like falls backwards off of it and then puts his wings out when he gets close to the ground.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Which is-
that's not going to have any consequences.
I mean, also apparently just proved by the clip, dragons have very good hearing and or sense of smell in the middle of a volcano where you'd think would be hard to smell anything.
Listen, there's
The
a reason.
freaking ice dragon, which means Liam O'Brien is trying to kill Liam
Oh.
O'Brien, which is funny.
There's a reason
Um,
they call him Vaxel Dam.
And last but not least, our wonderful bard back again with us.
Hello.
So suppose, please introduce yourself, your character, and what kind of kaiju would you be?
Hi, you guys. I'm Zoe. I go by Zosie Pose on the internet. And I'm playing Ophelia, our bard, who is apparently not stone. I don't know. All I was told is, oh no, somebody is stone. And I was like, I hope it's Ophelia. That's
I mean,
okay.
do you want to be?
Sure, why not? And if I was a kaiju, I was
The
thinking
Matthews
immediately
paw
two things came to my
curls.
mind. A giant budgie bird. So
I'll
you know when
Google it.
budgies hang around and when they do a happy dance, they like pat 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 pat.
Yes.
Get happy. Oops. Pat 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 pat. And then I'd probably be attacked because if you're gigantic, you're causing a lot of damage, but not meaning to. Or
Oh no, you crushed an investment bank.
yeah, or a leopard gecko because a big smile and nothing behind the eyes. But big.
I love it. And last but not least, it's a tie for me between either a very horror kind of based thing where it's just giant blob mass of nanomachines, like the Grey Goo apocalypse scenario that just absorbs everything. Grey Goo scenarios are terrifying. Or a giant, almost cartoon-like crab. Just crab. I'm gonna get you. And he'd be hard to hit because he'd be
think of
constantly
the
going
boil.
sideways.
Think of the crab boil you could have after a crab
Oh
kaiju.
my
That's how he's
attacks and
defeated.
nuke it.
They had to lure him
Ugh,
into the bay and
just
use
a
some sort of
giant
satellite
crab
to heat the
boil.
bay, which would kill so many fish. But
Giant pot.
Delicious.
I want to go to one of those places where they just dump the boil out on the table and you just wear a bib and gloves and go ham. I've never actually done one, and I
Me
desperately
neither.
want to.
McKenna, I
It's-
will send you a place in LA that was really good for that.
It was the one by the Target on Santa Monica and La Brea, right?
No,
No.
this one's a different one that I went to when I was like literally leaving the town with my PT Cruiser.
I would love to find
Huh.
one where they don't douse everything in garlic butter for Sarah's benefit.
Yes,
Hey,
Like
that's
to
guess
have
what?
a dairy-free crab boil.
Guess what? Going along with that, I found out it's more cost efficient to do it at home. You use
Well,
turkey
yes.
basting bags and you go to the market and you get what you want and you make your own bag. So
Yeah, but that entails me putting the effort into making
no,
my
I
own
do the
crab
effort.
boil.
Well,
Me
okay,
do
so
it.
what is then your take, Zoe, on like the reason I don't do that is because I know this is hypocritical. I don't have the heart to either put the knife through the poor little crustacean's head or, God forbid, throw it in live to a
They can
boiling
do it
pot
for
of
you
water.
at the market. You just
Do
ask them to do
they?
it for you.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
better.
you don't have to.
yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
I could do
'Cause they
this. I
know.
could go out to 99 Ranch and get a spread, but like, I just can't.
You just ask.
I'll
You
eat
just
it.
ask them because they know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I know how to eat it.
Yeah, like God forbid, like I miss and
Yeah.
I just don't want to cause more unnecessary suffering
Very
than I already am by
pain,
killing and eating.
But
No,
speaking of
no.
Matt sits
unnecessary
here in,
suffering,
in
Yeah.
vegetarian.
Hi, Matthew.
that's
Hi,
exactly the
Matthew.
kind of
Sorry.
thinking that made me a vegetarian.
Yeah.
I saw one too many videos of a poor little pig being forced up a ramp as it was terrified. And I'm emotionally
Did it-
compromised. It's early in the morning and it broke my heart.
Did it
I'm
make you
vegetarian
squeal?
now. Well, it didn't even make a sound. It was just
Oh.
it looked scared, and that hurt me. But let's see if I can
enough.
hurt the players tonight. Will, why don't you go ahead and roll that intro?
Well, that's fucking ominous.
Welcome back, everyone. When last we left our group of lore speakers from the Magambia, they had accomplished a quite literally. Oh, sorry. Whoop.
Can we be heroes now? We saved. We did a lot. I think we deserved heroes on top of lore speakers.
We
guess it just
are
depends
we're
on what
getting
you
our name right now,
prioritize.
right? Isn't that what we were doing? Was we were
If only I
proving
could
to
hear
everybody our
please from the characters, but they're just imaginary.
Avi is satisfied with her status as a lore speaker. That's personally more important to her than being a hero.
I like being a teacher.
You've been voted down, well, and everyone knows academia is a democracy.
Me
Listen.
being voted down in this party?
Strength of
Never.
Oof.
But the historic victory that our lore speakers, heroic lore speakers perhaps, had accomplished is that they had found and rescued Old Mage Ditembe from a far-off place, Akatosh, which might have been a planet. Who knows?
May or may not have been another plane.
Yeah, we'll never know. And returned him to the Megambia, and there was much rejoicing. Yay! Who here has seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail?
Hooray!
Wait, I have these coconuts somewhere.
Though the victory had an asterisk next to it because on the night before you were to return, Avi received a ominous sort of portent through attempting to commune with her patron. Rather than the usual assortment of runes which she would have to interpret, she received a direct message being channeled through her familiar agate. And especially for Zoe's sake, who wasn't here, the message was that not necessarily immediately, but in the future, there will be a challenge that you will have to face that is 3 challenges. 1, you cannot win. 1, you must win. And a 3rd, you must find what it means to win. But that might be weeks down the line, it might be years down the line, who knows? What does matter is you guys have returned to the Megambia in amongst a celebration. Return of Old Mage Ditembe openly to the school is a cause for jubilation, and there has been like a party, there's a reception, there's a ceremony right now where Old Mage Ditembe has called you all up to the stage, and as I believe he has invited each of you, and I think we kind of ended on, before finishing this, so Ophelia would have a chance to participate also. He invited you all to demonstrate to the assembled crowd, especially the distinguished guests, what you are capable of, so that they may all see what you already know. So basically, before this big party and kind of your honor proceeds, you guys are all getting a chance to flex. And this is sort of in the realm of skill checks. So, Ophelia can choose any skill you want, and you're just trying to sort of like show off the epitome of your skills to this assembled group of dignitaries and your fellow students. Some of whom
Wow.
are not in attendance.
Mhm.
So, Ophelia, how do you want to impress the crowd?
You'll never guess.
Interpretive dance.
Ophelia is going to
Beatnik
sing
spoken word poetry.
a song.
Sing us a song of the century.
So she's gonna cast dancing lights in a way that right next to people's hands 3 little orbs of light appear, so that if they wish, they can wave them around.
We're at an idol
Let's see.
concert now.
It
Yes,
is.
and
51. Okay,
Damn.
so just so
That's a
just
full
so
length concert.
Ophelia, just so you get perspective here, the DC was 28. So you double critted, I guess.
Hey
More-
pop schmay pop. We're on Ophelia pop now.
Several like the music is so powerful, so inspiring. There might be some spontaneous pregnancies in the audience. I don't know.
The office.
Several
Oh,
people.
what?
Half the audience will remember this performance for the rest of their lives, and their lives are now richer for it.
This is the fantasy Woodstock, but better.
Also with no drugs required, apparently, just music.
Natural highs.
Mhm.
I was also going to say, just on, because you did such an amazing job here, Ophelia, for the first time in a while, you feel very much at peace with yourself. There is sort of a harmony inside yourself, like, yes, all quarters of your mind agree this is what we're supposed to be doing. Look at this cheering crowd. This is what we came here for, to learn, to bring this kind of joy and this kind of adoration. It feels good.
One little tear, a little tear rolls down the cheek.
A small section of the audience, seeing the tear, shrieks even louder. They're like, she's so real. She is genuine. A few people in the audience just start like tearing their own clothes off in raptureness. All right.
Oh, thank God.
All right. So, because you all succeeded at this, Old Mage Jatembe presents you all with a gift he has prepared. A simple bracelet with a red bead on it. More than a mere magic item, this bracelet incorporates a bit of luck imparted onto the hero by Old Mage Jatembe himself. So you guys are all getting what's called a beaded bracelet. Now, this means you guys essentially are going to get a luck effect that can be used. Basically, and this is a one-use item, but essentially you will get, at any point you can choose before rolling to roll with advantage on something. So you get to roll twice and pick the better result, but then the bead is expended. So
Okay.
Okay.
you all get a one-off use advantage on demand.
Nice.
Very
So,
nice.
I think the condition is of it, you have to decide to roll for it before you roll.
No, I hate pre-decisions.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, otherwise it'd be pretty powerful. Powerful. All right. Jatembe continues his speech, telling a few anecdotes about the original 10 magic warriors and skillfully weaving in stories he's heard about or personally experienced with you guys. It's clear he is equating the two groups, the original magic warriors and you guys, to the crowd, making it seem valued and, making you guys seem valued and valid bearers of this ancient tradition. Next, High Sun Mage Oyamba, someone that Will's familiar with because you're in the Sun Mage track, calls upon teachers from various branches to come forward and ceremonial greet each of you. So essentially, the faculty heads are all coming up on stage to shake your hands. The first teacher he calls in is Mafaka Aori from the Tempest Sun Mages. Mafaka smiles as she greets you all, slips each of them a sun-shaped bead for their beaded bracelets. Remember, you guys got those for the school. And they whisper to you, I have a feeling you will all need the luck we can share. Oyamba then calls upon Korode Ilawa from the Rain Scribes. And there's kind of an awkward pause. And kind of a silence, which is very noticeable after the amazing performance that Ophelia had, where everyone was like shouting and crying and clapping and stuff. Becomes clear pretty quick that Korode is not present and probably hasn't been for the entire ceremony because no one saw anyone like get up and leave. So Oyamba quickly dispatches some students to look for her and asks the Asimar archaeologist Izem Mazatani to greet the heroes on behalf of the Rain Scribes. Ceremony gets back on track, and you get a ceremonial greeting from each of the branch heads. Jatembe then concludes by indicating that he is going to perform, oh, look at the cat in the back there, a powerful ritual.
The Cooper.
And he accompanies this ritual by some block text.
Cooper.
So, you, the mighty, as you were by the old magic. Hold on 1 second. Pardon me. So, you are mighty, as were the old magic warriors. Shifting Frog, Verdant Spider, Elephant, and the others. But it's very important to wield power with humility. Those who lead with pride are doomed to be cut down. The humble creature who serves others knows no shame. They are the ones who truly live in the service of their people. So, be humble even as you wield your great power. The magic warriors of old gave everything to protect and preserve the world. It was a desperate time, and the tasks before you, though different, would be no less difficult. There is one thing I would lift from each of you as I lifted from them, if you are willing. I would take your names, commune with your mask, your spirit face, and tell me if there is a title within the face by which you would prefer to be known. You may keep your name, of course. Being known by the title your spirit face gives you is a tradition, but not an obligation. If you take a title, I will erase your name and the name from before you became a magic warrior from all memory, replacing it with the title instead. So basically, Old Mage
Whoa.
Jatembe is performing a ritual here that will retcon from the world your name into something that you choose based on, like, this is apparently what the old magic warriors did. Once they assumed these titles, these names, these responsibilities, the world shifted slightly, so that was always what they were called.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, there is no need for any skill checks for you guys to assist with this ritual. It's quite powerful and very arcane and everything. You guys don't have to do this. And, like, it does give you some examples of, like, possible names you could choose, like Vigilant Rooster, Shining Sun, Citrine Hound, or otherwise. If you guys don't want to do this now, we don't have to rush it. I think this is also kind of a symbolic thing for the campaign, because we can go on to do other things while you think about this. So you guys can talk amongst yourselves for a second if you want. You don't have to decide on a title now, or even if you want to think about whether or not you want to assume a title.
That's big.
That's a government issued name change on a global scale.
The magic government.
Magic government. What?
Yeah. Yeah. And it specifically spells out, participating heroes' names are changed to their title in the memories of anyone who ever has heard them, except in the memories of Jatembe and the other players. Everyone else, including family and friends, remembers the hero only by the title they choose, even in old memories. So if you choose something like Blazing Elephant, you have like your mother will remember holding you in their arms after giving birth. I love you, Blazing Elephant.
Blazing elephant.
I'd like to think that it like gets really loud in the
Yes.
memories too, like
It's just Old
Like-
Mage Jatembe's voice every time your voice is said out loud,
right.
and no one thinks that's weird.
Oh no, I don't think I want to change my name like that.
Well, I'm going to say you guys don't have to decide this now. And I'm perfectly happy to move on to the next thing, because the next thing is going to be a little surprising and perhaps a little involved.
Igora will change their name. I just need to research what I want to do with it.
Whoa.
That's fine.
Mm.
But we may have to do that afterwards, because now it's time to party. After the ceremony, the heroes are invited to a luncheon with Jatembe, the honored dignitaries, and the rest of the faculty. The luncheon takes place in Oyambe's private dining room and is catered by Lumisi Yao and her staff. This lavish meal allows you guys to experience a taste of celebrity as you socialize with the elite members of the Moagi Expanse, many of whom appreciate getting to know the heroes during a time of calm and celebration. There are some familiar faces here. The luncheon is also an opportunity, now that you guys are really kind of like you've gone past being the rising stars of the school. You are like the big names of the school for this generation. And now's the time to you guys maybe do a little networking, a little like, you know, I'm glad you're here. Let's shake on this newfound friendship between the Magambia and whoever the hell you are. Um, so Oyombai has privately asked you guys to make a good impression on the four dignitaries that you guys know best, because everyone that you're about to schmooze with, you actually have all met before in various stages of this campaign. And they would like you to strengthen the bonds with Magambia wherever possible. So this,
Matt,
yeah.
are you saying that at a party that's meant to honor us, we still have to work?
Yes.
Yeah, but it's
Yay.
it's
I
fun
hate
work.
party schmoozing.
Yeah,
We need to
This-
to ensure the Magambia gets grants, y'all.
kind of. Yeah,
Ugh.
actually, that's one of the things.
We do need
And also-
we do need new Bunsen burners and the
And Bunsen
Frickin-
burgers.
and Bunsen burgers.
It also Oyamba also hints that some of these people might have gifts for you if you butter them up enough.
Gifts?
So this is probably the last time in this campaign we are going to be using the influence subsystem, where there's going to be 4 rounds where you each get to do a kind of a skill check to try and butter up one of these dignitaries. I'm quickly going to grab my notes here because we're going to have to record. There we go. Who is doing what and how well you are succeeding. Okay, and to give you guys a rundown, so there is going to be 4 rounds, each lasting approximately a half hour. Influence points are accrued each time you guys manage a success. And each person has, a different track for the influence points. And it's works on the same kind of thing again, where success gets you 1 influence point, crit gets you 2, failure gets you nothing, critical failure you lose 1. And you can always do also a discover action, which won't risk gaining or losing any points, but you can gain knowledge like their weaknesses or just what their easiest stat is. So just to give you an overview of who is here, there is, back from way at the start of the campaign, I believe, there is Asanda from the from Nantambo himself. They were kidnapped by the Snake People conspiracy.
The
And you had to-
mayor.
Yeah, you had to rescue them from their
Yeah.
mansion. They are here now, dressed relatively modestly, considering the kind of festive atmosphere. There is Heveril Dagambi, Father Heveril, all the way from the city you guys liberated. They've come all the way here to...
Chula, yeah.
Yeah. There is
Got his mom.
Mapondo, from the Lobanes, who you recently kind of reestablished tentative good relations with the Magambia. And finally, all the way from, well, this is a little confusing, from the Golden City, which is not really a place, we have Umanji Jinga.
Which one is that? Is that the big tree?
They were a seer. The tree actually already came with you, if you recall.
That's right.
Yeah. A protector of Osaibu's ancient spirits.
That's right.
Yeah, they are one of the elders of the city, one of the elected kind of
A
leaders of the
halfling
city.
woman who seemed unhappy.
Yep.
That's what my notes were.
And no one from Mazzali, sucker.
No one from Mazzali, oddly enough. They weren't issued a visa.
Good.
Write that down, sir. All right, so we're going to start with the first round of influence attempts. I've made my little chart here because we don't need to do this multiple weeks, so I don't need an Excel sheet for this. Who would like to go first? And would you like to just do a straight up influence roll, or would you like to do a discovery roll?
Igora will go straight into schmoozing mode.
Hmm.
Uh,
Also, if you want, describe what you're wearing to this event.
So tonight Igora is in a lovely ensemble of a cloak with a clasp and pants.
What?
Winnie the
Igara's
Pooh is
in-
disappointed with you.
Igara's in frog pants. Doesn't like wearing pants normally, but he's wearing pants tonight for this very special occasion.
All right, Igor, who are you trying to smooze first?
I'm going
Everyone
to
else will
go-
get a chance for the outfits, but
I'm going straight to the Golden City.
okay,
Yeah.
we're going down to Umanja Jinga. So, for influencing, there's going to be Osaibu lore, nature, performance, occultism, diplomacy, deception.
I'm going to orate the battle that we had won with them and say, it is good to see you again, my friend. It has been so long since that battle fraught with many a victory and many a loss. And I'll use performance. Don't fuck me,
Okay.
Gil. Hero pointing. That 41.
Ooh, that is a success. Just a little bit off from a critical success. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, so you regale her with your tales that you've kind of constructed about the battle that you were in not too long ago, like maybe a year at most.
Yep.
And they appreciate that. They appreciate that you didn't just try and flatter them. So yeah, you have gained one influence point with them. I think it goes again with the sort of thresholds that it's 2, 4, 6. So I may get Endures may also help with you guys just to try and help you get the maximum amount of points you possibly can. But I'll do Endures last. All right, who would like to go next?
I'd like to make a discovery check.
All right, but first, what are you wearing? Or who are you wearing?
Oh, my wearing. If we had a time to prepare, I would love
Yes.
to be wearing an Ophelia original.
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
Avi probably running around like a crazy person. Like I only have the thing that I wore to the poetry reading, and I think some people were there for that, and I don't want to wear the same thing again. I think that's a faux pas, and I can't wear my adventuring clothes. Do you have
Mhm.
anything?
I'm gonna say
Correct.
also a little retcon. You guys don't have to be rushed about this. You weren't like called to a room and like, oh, it's a party. You had time. You were given probably like a day's
We had
notice.
understanding before.
Yeah, this wasn't an ambush.
Definitely as soon as Avi's like, well, do you have anything? She's gonna be like, open your wings. Because we can make you the most beautiful thing that will complement your shimmery, sparkly, beautiful new wings. My goodness! I would love a beautiful, sparkly thing to complement my beautiful, shiny new wings. Excellent.
What did you have in mind?
Well, do you want to wear pants? Would you want to wear a dress? What are you feeling? Because we can
I
make
don't
you
wear
a
dresses
suit.
all that often. I wouldn't mind wearing a dress.
A little dress? Okay. Let's see. Like a little poofy dress?
I don't know. I trust your judgment entirely. I'm really bad at these kinds of things.
I'm trying to think like how cute she would look in like it's hard because she has wings, like,
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Avi
glitter the
puts
wings,
her
just like
full
splash glitter on it.
I think Ophelia
backless
knows
dress.
that like Avi will be charmed and enchanted by just about anything she makes, and that she has full creative control over this situation.
She's gonna go for ooh, yeah. High neckline sparkles. Backlit, like deep backless.
Ooh.
And I think maybe the kind of I think it's called horsehair is what it is.
Where it
But
like
it
makes
keeps it like like
Mhm.
ribbony kind of, and she'll put
It's
gems
for those in the
in
chat
each
going,
of those.
huh? It's not actual horsehair.
No, it's not.
It's like a
Nope.
stiff but not hard sort of plastic mesh.
No horses were harmed.
No horses were harmed.
No horses were harmed.
All right. Now, who do you want to just try and do this discovery on?
Oh gosh, okay. Well, I guess I will do the mayor. I want to know what's going on with him.
What's going on in there? So for discovery, you can do Ntombu lore, society, or perception.
Combo society. Perception, I think, is the only one. Yeah, 35.
I'm afraid that is a failure. Do you want to hero point that?
Oh, yeah, I guess smoke him if I got him, right? Nope.
Um, I'm gonna say you kind of because they're dressed so modestly, you coming in with the Ophelia original just kind of intimidates them with your fabulousness.
Oh no.
You're like a shining star floated up and wanting to talk to them, and they just kind of shut down a little bit.
Oops.
Oh. I think I've offended the mayor of Nontombu.
Who wants to go
You're
next?
just so pretty that people are intimidated.
Oh boy.
Coffee.
I will go next.
All right.
I think I will try and strike up a conversation with Haverhill from Jula.
Father Haverhill. All right.
Father Haverhill.
Sure.
Maybe a discovery. Let's do a discovery first.
All right. So for discovery, it's either going to be, God, this is even more specific, the Sodden Lands lore,
Jesus.
perception, or society.
Oh,
Also
let's go with perception.
Avi Avi, dice cleanse.
Hmm.
Cleanse it.
Perception it is. Roll it.
43.
That is a
Ooh.
critical success. And actually, hold on a sec. Is there actually a critical success with discovery?
If they have a weakness,
yes.
a social weakness. Yeah.
Choose two of the
How is
options detailed in
43
success.
critical success and a 35 of failure.
Different NPCs.
Yeah.
Sad.
Let me just double check.
Quality.
So for discovery, you get either the lowest DC for the influence skills. Actually, you get two of these. One of their resistances, one of their weaknesses. So you can choose two. Because you got a critical success.
I'd like to get their lowest DC one. DC check.
I'm going to tell you two because the lowest one is actually Sodden Lands lore, but no one has that. What are you
That's
doing,
No,
AP?
yeah,
What are you
give me
doing?
the one that is relevant to our party.
Nature, which it says in brackets to discuss the weather, so I guess they enjoy small talk.
I hate that.
What was the other thing you wanted to know? The weakness or?
Weakness.
All right.
Social weakness.
Weakness is recitations from any kind of religious book impress Father Havarti, reducing the DC of a religion check by 2. So.
Oh
gonna
no,
double-check
I only
that.
believe in Grandmother Spider, and my God, I don't believe he'll follow for that one.
Yeah. So
Might.
basically, well, just lowering the weakness, essentially you have now permanently lowered the DC of their religion checks. So that actually becomes their lowest DC now. And last but actually penultimate, because I will do an Endures in Darkness one, Ophelia. You were
Whoops.
having a great day.
I did not mean to click on that.
No, it's fine. Ophelia, you're having a great day. You are on top of the world. You feel like you own this room. Where do you want to carry that momentum to?
She is going to carry that momentum. Oh, what is Charlotte wearing?
Yes.
So Charlotte is wearing a slightly nicer undercoat for so Charlotte wears kind of like a sweater sort of thing generally, and this one is not covered in stains anymore. And instead of like brown pants that kind of like work for moving and going out into wilderness, they're nice slacks. And she has placed on a slightly cleaner looking doctor's coat. In fact, if you look at it, it's different from her regular doctor's coat in that it shimmers just slightly from spider silk made of it. So it shimmers just slightly. She's got Webley in her pocket, whose head is poking out and looking around. And her goggles are nice and pristine and clean on her head, and she looks exactly the same, but with less stains.
Delightful. And I suppose we should also start then. What is Ophelia wearing?
So Ophelia is wearing so she's also wearing a backless gown, twinsies with Avi. But it's more of a mermaid. And it's her signature pink, and it has flowers on the actual like dress itself, like it's made out of flowers, a plunging neckline, and a capelet, which goes down her back like in a kind of like a veil-y kind of way with butterflies on it. But she also has a ribbon piece, so when she walks, there's 3 like pieces of cape that like flow behind her. With sparkles, of course.
Of course. And where are you carrying this momentum to as we interrupted ourselves?
Well, I'm gonna carry that momentum over to Father Haverall because I have his mom, but I don't know if that's weird or not.
I mean, I don't know. Like, there isn't actually a thing in the AP
There's in a
about that.
situation where this applies.
I think it's funny that you can get his mom in a bow, but can't bring
Well-
that up. That's not any kind of bonus or.
Well, let me ask you this. How do you think you would bring that up at a party to try and gain influence with him?
I mean,
Other than, I've got your mom, do what I say.
Blackmail, blackmail,
it
make
would-
me
it
a
would
match.
be like a how are you doing? I'm doing well. Your mom is also doing well.
So a diplomacy
been-
check. You know what?
Essentially, yeah.
Because you've remembered that his like mom's spirit is in the bow, or at least it was his mom's bow. I can't even remember now. I will give you a slight bonus to diplomacy checks.
Yay!
So would
And
you
I'm
like
gonna
to
use
do?
my feet so I can use performance for a diplomacy check.
Okay, and you could
But I would
spin
like-
you can spin the story of the great victories you've achieved with his mother's spirit.
Oh, absolutely. And if she's bringing the bow with her, she would have it in like a case and like it's very well oiled and like sparkly. It's well taken care of. Yeah,
No alien blood on it. Yeah.
no alien blood.
44. All right.
45.
Yeah, 40,
Oh, yes.
45. I clicked it twice.
It rolled twice.
So even without the reduction to diplomacy, I'm going to say that is a critical success. So you are going to gain, and Father Havari is number 2. So that is 2 influence with Father Havari, which unlocks first thing. Father Haverell, pardon me, I've been mispronouncing the name the whole time, agrees Jula will provide what aid it can to the Magambia, although he's modest and humble about what his town can offer. He's reluctant to overcommit his people who are working so hard to rebuild the community, but he does appreciate, the concept you got to spend money to make money, and it's worth the effort to offer help to the Magambia because probably his people will benefit from that much more in the long term. All right, and you turn around at one point, Igora, And Endurers, who's in a very simple, almost kind of like monk's habit, has followed you. This is this formal thing, and he's going to help with a what is it? Is it nature? Yeah, a nature check to help with Umanja Jinga from the Golden City. So let me get him. He's just going to do a nature check because I. Oh, God, why are we with our rolls tonight? All right, I'm gonna roll a cleanse. This is a cleanse, and now it's the actual hero point roll. 30. That I think is a failure. I should have gone for religion or something else, but
Making a note on your report card.
now I'm adding a little something to this whole encounter. We're entering into the brief cameo phase. Everyone, roll me a perception check.
The cameo phase.
42. There's a good
29.
roll.
How much did we have to pay them to be here? 36.
Not that kind of cameo.
Oh, are we Danny DeVito in our Strength of Thousands game? Danny DeVito is Frog Legs.
Yeah, he's right out here.
Charlotte, we have entered what I'm calling the cameo phase. Please roll me a perception check.
Oh no. Okay. Yes, sure. 38.
38. All right, so this phase works. Whoever gets the highest perception just gets to notice this. It's not really an interaction. There's nothing to be gained by it. But in a corner, seemingly glued to the punch bowl, Avi, you see a young woman wearing big glasses that seem a little incongruous with her dress, which is quite lovely. It's sort of like an upside down rose, but it's made of gold fabric, and it contrasts lovely with her kind of dark, dusky purple skin. And she has a phrase that just screams wallflower as Mercedes looks very pretty, but looks like she wants to be anywhere else, and she keeps tugging at like the straps of her dress, and
Oh, I will
Oh,
have
me.
to go over to Mercedes and see what's going on. I want to know why she's here.
we will move into that into another round though, because this is just sort of meant to be a cameo phase. So second round, we're going to start with the reverse order. So Ophelia, do you want to continue working on Father Haverel?
I think she's gonna go say hi to Mapondo.
All right, to Mapondo. All right. Now, would you like to do a discovery? Would you like to do just an influence check?
I think Discovery, she's gonna kind of go over towards the punch bowl, like see that Mercedes is there, like, and kind of glance over and see what they're doing, kind of a deal.
All right. So for discovery for Mapondo, it's going to be Magambia lore, perception, or society.
Magambia lore, you don't say.
33. That is
I
a
do have
success.
that.
So you get to learn one thing, whether it is their lowest DC, or their weakness, or resistances, possibly.
Lowest DC that makes sense for the party, please. Thank you.
All right, so for influence skill, the lowest, that isn't an obscure lore check, would probably be Magambia lore or Arcana. I'm just going to give you a tour there because Magambia lore is still a little niche. All right, so that is the discovery one for that. We're going to go then on to Charlotte.
Oh, I'm going to approach, now that I have kind of a general gist of who he is, the person. Sorry, my notes are going back and forth.
That's
I'm gonna approach Avril and just start up with some small talk,
okay.
Good to see you. Happy that you were able to stop on by. Glad you could make it. How's everything going?
I should note, Although his beard is neatly combed and his clothes are clean and patched, Father Haverel still wears the wide hat and rainproof cloak common in the Sodden lands. So
Aw.
kind of looks like a very well done up, but still kind of like a marsh fisherman.
You know, that's a look. That's a look.
I mean, you gotta
I'm
be prepared
gonna-
for everything.
Absolutely. You never know how the world is set up. Fate weaves many webs. You're sitting there going, I don't know what I'm talking about.
Another Anandi from across the room gives you a look like, really? Fate weaves webs.
Look at them like, I don't know, I haven't gone to the story time in a while.
Would you like to make an influence roll?
Sure, yeah, let's try religion since it's lower and we know it's lowered now.
Yes, it is. It is now the lowest.
Let's say I picked a very prominent phrasing from Grandmother Spider's teachings.
Oh!
That's 20.
I mean, that was already a critical
Dun, dun, dun,
success.
dun, dun, dun,
Fate
dun.
weaves a wicked web, and if we are not careful, it can blow away in the morning dew.
I'm also going to say
Ooh.
that you remember not only that Father Haverel is of the Erastil faith, but you remember a story that has to deal with Grandmother Spider and Erastil. So you were able to find kind of common ground between your two backgrounds.
Hey, Matt.
So that,
Very cool.
yeah.
Good thing he wasn't part of the Grom faith.
I mean, I'm not sure a Grom faith person would be at this party. No
Yeah.
offense to Grom faith people, but so that is Father Haverel, who is number 2. So you guys are up to influence 4 now. Let me just double check what that means. Father Haverel, overcoming his pride, Father Haverel agrees to accept the aid Magambius sends to help rebuild his town. You guys gain XP. Why AP?
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah. Anyway, moving on to Avi Avi.
Well, I gotta go say hi to Mercedes, especially if it looks like she's struggling socially. Because so am I.
You catch her looking down the V-neck of her own dress and pulling it up a little bit.
Oh, been there.
I too
Mood.
get distracted by my own V-neck sometimes, Mercedes. That's so
Where did
real.
those come from?
She looks more purple when she realizes you caught her doing that. Her glasses get a little fogged up almost.
I am also having a difficult time finding my conversational footholds at this gathering. How are you doing?
There was a mix-up. I was supposed to be wearing a very modest frock, and Snow was supposed to go get it, and they passed out from drinking and were like an hour late to pick up, and then they ran and picked up a package and got the wrong dress. This isn't my dress.
Well, it looks good on you.
I feel like an ornament on a tree.
Well, technically the dress is an ornament on you. So you're the tree.
She looks very perplexed by that. She's like trying to decipher the metaphor there.
You want to climb her like a tree?
Mm.
Ophelia's
So
saying
how
that
did
as she's
you-
passing by with a glass of punch.
This is how the party infighting starts over an NPC.
No.
No.
So
Over the
how did you
romance.
get an invite to this?
It just an invite showed up at our hotel just for me.
Oh,
I'm not sure who sent it.
Sweet. Interesting, a mystery.
She ruffles around. She's got a little snap purse on like a spaghetti string chain or something, and she pulls out the invite and shows it to you. Feel free to give me a perception check. 30.
I also.
30?
Do I see that?
Sure. Also, if you want to do like crafting or perception, Ophelia.
Oh, I would have done a crafting
Oh,
check. No,
that's
I wouldn't.
fine,
I would have done a That's fine.
33.
Not much better.
Um, Ophelia, there's something odd about this invite. Um, Not only does it like because you've seen like you personally issued a few invites to this yourself, and you can like you sign them and stuff and pass them on because the school produced the invites. They were given to you. You could address them personally. The card stock is different. And there's also like it's almost imperceptible, but there's a tiny triangle that's been cut out of a bottom corner of it that's missing. Like someone wanted a piece of the invite before giving it away.
Oh, hate that. Would I know if that's could be used to like track or anything
It
like that?
probably could in some sort of esoteric magical thing.
Wow, what do you know? I'm gonna like, can I like stumble and try to get her to drop it into the punch?
I mean, I established that you were holding a cup of punch as you passed by and made catty comments.
Yeah,
So
well,
you
I
could,
don't want to drop it on her. I just want to drop it on
I
her.
mean, you could roll a really good reflex save and just precision spill this punch all over the invite. Or to be
Alright.
fair, she's here. You could just ask for the invite and just take it. She doesn't
That
have a use
is
for it anymore, technically, unless she's scrapbooks.
So true. Oh my gosh.
What's
Can
your
I
number,
have that
Ophelia?
invite for my scrapbook?
Make a perception or diplomacy or deception check.
Diplomacy.
It's a deception.
All right. It should be noted this version of Mercedes is
Deception.
not anywhere near your guys' level, so that was a really
Oh.
easy performance diplomacy check to make.
Sure.
She took a lot of negative levels when she became not evil.
Is this the gaslight or the gate?
When she became
Ophelia?
baby?
She's not baby. She's a fully grown adult. A little young, but
Well,
She's
yeah,
not
but like
archaic godhood anymore. She's
Not
just
baby.
Mercedes.
Comparatively
baby.
But
and
yeah.
Baby.
oh baby.
Must protect.
Mhm.
Now that I'm holding it, do I sense bad energy coming from it?
You're magical enough at this point where you passively have like magic danger sense on at all times. There's actually nothing inherently magical about this invite,
That's weird.
but you do get the impression that it's very possible that this is like a forgery and that someone wanted either Mercedes away from somewhere or Mercedes here specifically for some reason.
Mm.
You know what? Screw it. Hey, so
And she
She's
just
gonna
looks
pull
has the
out-
most innocent doe-eyed smile at you, like
She's
she's
gonna
just happy
pull
to be
out
around friends now.
a different invite. Did we get invites to this?
Oh yeah, because you guys were able
Yeah.
to issue invites to like friends and stuff.
She's gonna pull out that invite and Mercedes invite and show them to Avi. You see a difference?
Mm.
Oh God,
I
did I
rolled
get
a
did I get something on
30.
mine? Mercedes like
This one's thinner and it has a
Oh.
triangle cut out of it, which makes me
Oh.
think that you're being tracked or something.
she gets a paler version of purple.
Or
Yeah,
lilac.
they are different cardstocks, so this one might have been forged. Does the handwriting look different at all?
Only in
Or
the
is it printed?
slightest variation. And to be fair, these were all probably handwritten to begin with. You're not even sure if the school has a magical printing press or even a mundane printing press.
Mhm.
Right.
So someone in the school right now just has a horrifyingly sore wrist from having to cursive write all these invites.
Oh.
Someone's
Woof.
saying like, "Why didn't you enchant a quill?" And then a
Ah,
fight
whoops.
breaks out.
See.
I like to think that we had indoors do all of our personal invites.
He just kept casting regenerate on his hand.
Beep. God, I wish.
So,
My
I
wrist
guess
is gone.
That would mean that somebody's either tracked you here to see where this meetup is, or I don't know, or they didn't want you to be somewhere else, so they made sure you were here. Who gave you
Mercedes
the
like
invite?
grabs your hand, Avi, and she looks generally scared, and she says, "You don't think it's her, do you?
Which her?
Like the old me? I don't like. I thought she was gone, but could this?" I don't know. Can ghosts make invites? That doesn't seem like a thing they would do.
Upon Mercedes saying the words "old me," Igura just immediately looks over their
You're not even
shoulder.
over here. You didn't even notice she was here.
It's a psychic connection, McKenna.
Does your head like snap?
Yeah, it's just like it's like a
Make
subtle like look
conversation
over
with
the
someone
shoulder.
else.
Yeah, you turn so fast, you knock someone carrying some like shrimp. Shrimp?
Suppose it's possible
You turn.
that the entity that was sort of working through me
Digimon!
before, hi,
He's a dinky.
may also be, I don't know, making an attempt to reach out again, but I don't know if they had that ability without sort of a planar representative here. You don't have any idea of where the invitation came from?
Honestly, I thought it was from one of you. And the realization that you didn't send the invite, she looks a little crestfallen.
Oh,
I'm sure
unfortunately,
Charlotte
this
would.
wasn't our party to invite people to. It was sort of the administration, which we are not necessarily a part of.
One of the teachers walks by like, oh, sure, yeah, you guys are not part of the administration.
Well, there's a difference between faculty and admin, and we are faculty, not. And even then, barely. I don't think I've seen a single paycheck.
I'm fairly certain you guys have been paid for the months you've been teaching.
It's not.
It's
in
never
my
gone up in our inventory, Matthew.
This is a lot of charity work. This AP sure does love charity work. This
No,
administration
you don't
work-
I'm just
I
saying.
am not
You
admin.
all don't
I am.
understand. Our
you guys-
problem was that we didn't put our direct deposit form in, so it didn't authorize
Ah.
exactly.
No, I'll
so,
say
you know,
this,
it's
you
just
guys,
sitting in a
if-
bank somewhere.
I'll say this: if you guys want to deal with the nightmarish labyrinth that is the Magambia accounting department, you're gonna have to pay for the DLC.
Bring
I don't
it
even want
on.
to deal with my real life accounting department. What makes you think I want to deal with a fantasy accounting department?
Because you get to cast spells on them and throw
That's
acid
real.
vials at them.
If only
That's
I could
true.
throw acid at accountants.
My mother's an accountant.
Yeah, but these are possibly
both my
evil
parents are
accountants.
as well, Sarah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Glad we're in the same boat then.
Yep.
Ghost accountants.
The same acid boat.
While you guys are having this conversation, the sun mage comes by and kind of like elbows Avi to maybe keep up with the schmoozing.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, I'm here on business. I
That's
think.
okay. I think I'm safe by the punch bowl, and she takes another big sip of her punch. It's very good punch. Mm.
Okay, we are going to. That's your last cup. I don't trust that
I'm-
Cesare hasn't put
I am a
something in it.
fully grown adult. I can handle my punch, and she almost starts to pour it down the front of her own breast.
I love Shazare's jungle juice.
Well, make sure you say hi to Charlotte at some point.
Igra, make a perception check, please.
Sure thing. 31.
You have checked all of the locations where drinks are being served. Shazari is not here.
That's-
Wait.
That's weird.
No, wait. Igra's ditching the party immediately.
The doors are sealed.
No,
Only-
because
Only
we-
enough influence points can
we're
unlock them.
we're down 2 rain scribes.
Yeah, it is all. Of
Maybe
the
they're having a
rain
faculty
scribes.
meeting.
Oh,
That one
God.
other important person.
We're down 2 rain scribes. This is now a conspiracy.
Technically, it would need 3 to be a
Yeah.
conspiracy.
Anchor route?
Well, okay, so
Okay, Anchorroot's not here either.
Oh,
Cesare, Corday,
And Corday, the head
and
of the rain
Miriama.
scribes.
Yeah, something is going on with the rain scribes, respectfully.
This is a conspiracy.
But who would you like to do your influence to?
Well, I guess I can do some Osaibu lore with what was her name?
Omanja Jinga?
Jinga.
From the Golden City?
Yeah, because I have Osaibu lore and I
The
might
DC
as
for that
well
is-
use it.
Oof, that is a critical success for...
Yay!
So that is going to be... You guys have reached influence 3. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, that immediately goes right through 2. So for Umanja Jinga promises the people from Osaiba will share their secrets on occasion with the Magambia. And she kind of
Oh,
winks
nice.
specifically at you because she knows you are very invested in the city's history and teachings.
This is a great day. This is so exciting.
As this is a great day in the back room, Mercedes sways on her feet and nearly falls over, but rights herself.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Mercedes.
Oh, let's just say Ophelia is making sure she doesn't drink more.
Mercedes
So
sobering
being
up.
a messy
I
drunk.
can't feel my nose.
Have you had anything to eat, sweetie? You want a snack?
I was worried about fitting into my frock when I still thought I was wearing my frock, so I didn't have lunch before I came to the party.
No, you're perfect.
Oh,
You
girly
should eat,
pop.
and if you want to wear something else, I'm sure I have something purple in my
I
closet.
mean, it's fine now. It's so sparkly.
Yes, it's very pretty and sparkly.
And finally for this round, Igora. Who would you
Golden
like to-
City performance continuing, telling of tales of besting the demonic creature that possessed a simple shopkeep. Oh,
Do you
fuck.
have a hero point left?
No, I used it up in the first one, and people don't give me hero points. So that is a crit fail, so we'll go back down.
Ew.
Well, now you're at a nice even 2, honestly. So
Sad
Yeah.
face.
So I would like to
Sad.
just continue this.
dice cleanse.
No, not even the dice cleanse. That won't help me. Like literally, the first time I have rolled above a 10 was that 41 on the hero point. In the last 2 weeks. Like I haven't rolled above a 10 in the last 2 weeks other than that one hero point. I have lost every single TCG game I have played.
Bill's been having a good couple weeks.
I've been having really bad gaming luck.
But as we enter the second cameo phase, I'm going to throw a metaphorical bone to Igora.
Is it frog
you're-
legs?
Pardon?
Is it frog legs?
Yes, in Manacles, Frog Legs is led through the party randomly.
Sweet.
Ikara's girlfriend.
But someone sidles up to you at the party, and it's your kind of mentoree who you guys went to that forge and
Oh, yeah.
recruited back in the day, and they wanna pull you aside and just give you a brief heads up that they have been approved for kind of an independent study thing within the school, which is a big step
Oh,
and
sick.
is a sign that they are doing very well because independent studies are rarely awarded in the Magambia.
Nice. Good job. You ever
Any-
finish those like gun knuckles for me?
There is a legal issue, apparently.
Oh.
Apparently, black powder is a controlled substance in Nantambu.
Must
think
be nice.
I just put my hand on his shoulders. I think I might be able to get around that now.
And we come to the beginning of round 3. The party's in
And
full
his
swing now.
eyes.
Mercedes is bending Ophelia's ear about scrapbooking.
Joy.
Aw.
There apparently are amazing leaves in Nantambu. Well, we're going to start up Igora. Now's a chance to redeem yourself.
Keep the performance going, baby. Another not one? No.
35. That is, I believe, a success.
Well, there we go. Back to where we were.
Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot to do Endures in Darkness, who is actually going to go to Father... let me double check.
Riz him up.
Yeah, he's going to go to Father Haverhill and use one of his legendary skills,
Mm.
religion. And he rolled a nat 4, but probably still succeeded. Double check.
Goddamn.
God, yeah, people are just not rolling well tonight. Father Haverhill religion was reduced by... Yeah, that's, well, a success now. Are you dice cleansing,
No.
Avi Avi?
Am I dice cleansing? I didn't
Rolled a
need to roll
nature.
anything.
You rolled a nature.
That's so strange. I didn't even intentionally click on my sheet.
It's ghosts.
I'm sorry.
Ghosts.
Ah!
Ghosts are rolling nature.
All right.
No.
That's so
Um,
weird.
All right.
How's
move
the
from-
weather?
But we are moving back to Ophelia.
Isn't it? Shouldn't it be Igora and then me?
Yeah, Igor
Because
just
we're
went.
going back the other way.
Oh, sorry, no, yeah, Igor just went twice in a row, essentially.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure
Yeah,
if he'd gone a
Matt's-
second time.
Matt's
No,
doing
that was.
my much harder to do virtually social methodology.
I think I might stick with Osaibu and do another Osaibu lore just because
Sure.
I think that's the best ratio of like low DC to trained skill.
Sure. 35 for
35.
Cyber Lore. That is
I'll
a
take a
well,
35.
that is a success. So that brings us back. That brings us to 4 for Osaibu Omanja.
Mhm.
Omanja agrees to host Magambia delegations in Osaibu from time to time.
Oh.
I get the impression she's
big
very
deal.
tsundere.
Baka?
Oh no. Anyway, that's my turn.
Well, just
No,
everything
that's
she
enough.
everything she gives you is with like reservations.
Well, yes.
Well, I
With
mean, you do have to
conditions.
book a certain time. That's how delegations work, with reservations.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Thank you.
Moving on
Thank you.
to Ophelia, who's winding up.
I
Ophelia,
got
where would you?
Yada.
It's Charlotte. It's actually
You-
Charlotte.
Sorry.
It is actually Charlotte.
Oh. Okay, Charlotte.
Who have we not had a chance to try and riz up?
You did one thing with the mayor and Mapondo, and everyone else has been hammering the preacher
Havril
man
and Amanji.
or the old Golden City lady.
Let's talk to Asanda from Natambu.
All right. So, did we do a discovery with them?
I don't know.
I don't believe so. We did discovery, I think, on Haverhill and someone else. Asanda, your influence checks are going to be Natambu lore, performance,
Mm.
society,
Mm.
crafting, to talk about the repairs being done to his manor, diplomacy, and deception.
Oh, let's talk about infrastructure. You know, not just
Everyone's
of his
favorite
mansion,
magical study, infrastructure.
not just of his place, but you know, anything else that's happened to the great city of Natambu. Little bitty crafty check, 52.
Jesus.
Oh yeah.
The 19
Pretty
on
sure.
the die face plus 33.
So the DC was 35.
We bow to Queen Charlotte.
I have architectural plans that I need a mayor to like actually approve before we can go into building with new facilities and housing
Are they-
constructs.
Are
Low
they
cost-
tunnels?
No. They're low cost housing for people who need homes and different aspects, new shops, better infrastructure, and just like start putting things in his hand.
You know, if you
Um,
need a home, the Pathfinder Society will offer it to you for just a low rate of joining.
Asana assures the heroes that the government of Natambu considers the Magambia the city's greatest treasure and will protect it as best they can, which is sort of like the mundane non-magical police talking to the magical school, like, we'll protect you.
Look,
Thanks.
I'm not saying that these plans don't have incorporated infrastructure to help against potential tree violence, but there is some safeguards put in place on these, and I will roll you a crafting and or architecture again to ensure that is put in place.
Now we move to Ophelia
Yeah.
for the last of round 3.
She actually remembers that Mapondo only goes by Warrior Chief Mapondo and only refers to them as such.
All right.
As she does another Magambia lore and talks about all of the very fun things that the school has made us go do. So many, all of them.
You can't even imagine the size of bugs.
You
Absolutely
like bugs?
huge.
Magambia lore, that is exactly what you needed to succeed, so you got a success. The first one for Mapondo.
Yeah.
So you guys at least have one success with everyone now. Some of them much more and within the max cap, if you play your cards right in the last round. And last but not least, everyone give me a perception check for this round of cameos. Oh, I have to.
Oh,
Let's
Endurance
go, nat
too.
20.
Endurance is gonna do. Hold on a sec.
What are you getting all offended at?
Religion again?
She's like,
Yes, I think that might maybe finish off Haverill's thing
Yeah, it
entirely.
should be a critical.
Let me double check. Haverill, where are you, my boy? Yes, because of the
What?
discovery you guys are the weakness you uncovered with his Haverill, that becomes another critical success. So you guys get up to 6 with Haverill, which means, ooh, all right. Haverill agrees to help construct a permanent Magambia satellite school in Jula so students and
Oh.
scholars can study the Eye of Abendigo up close. He also provides the heroes with a treasure he recently found amongst his departed mother's effects, an indestructible shield with Erastil's religious symbol on it. He expresses that it would mean much to him personally if the heroes were to have it. And to be clear, it is a high-grade adamantine shield, hardness 13, HP 90, that can withstand just about any damage. It can be damaged only by a disintegrate spell, or things like Orb of Annihilation or such have you. This would usually cost something around 8,800 gold pieces. Or to be you would need 4,400 gold piece worth of adamantine to craft it.
Sounds like a wonderful thing to sell once we're done the party.
Yeah. All right. And that ends that. Now for the cameo. Avi got a nat 20.
Yeah.
You see someone pass through the party, dressed in the garb of kind of the higher class local merchants, and it takes you a moment because you only actually ran into this person once and was a very long time ago. But this
McKenna.
is a very specific animal merchant.
Is this McKenna, the chicken seller?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they kind of accidentally lock eyes with you and they start up a conversation, and you learn that all this time Choco had a sibling, a sister, who then went on to be the matriarch of an entire line of increasingly big chickens.
Terror birds.
what kind of chicken?
That's
Uh,
so great to hear.
There is a Choco family dynasty at this point. They proved incredibly popular, not as a food source, surprisingly, but as like high-end luxury pets
Way to set
and
off traps.
companions for just like rich people. She shows you, she pulls out of her like bag a portrait someone has painted, and you see one of these chickens wearing like a gold segmented necklace and a circlet.
Oh no. You better not show these to Choco. We might get a little sad.
Yes, there's going to be a dynastic dispute within Choco's family. Like, Choco, I have moved beyond these people. They should be serving me. I am like the great dragon to my family.
Two chocos, both
Choco
alike in
has
A
been-
game of
dignity.
Chocos.
An invaluable companion to our party.
Who?
The chicken that we bought, Choco. We named him Choco.
Oh, you named
Igor named him
a
Choco.
little on the nose, isn't it?
Well,
I can't say time to kill McKenna on stream.
But you just did.
Right.
Igor
What?
is working on his his creativity. It's okay. He's become much more artistic. As he wrote.
This is a bald-faced lie.
This is an NPC. They have no hope of, outside rolling a 20, uncovering anything you lie about.
I have a plus. You know what? I have a plus 19 because I have that bonus something or other to my.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
But that's that cameo.
Sig.
For the last round, we're going to go right back to Ophelia. Where would you like to do your last round of influencing on?
Warrior Chief Mapando again.
Sure.
Mhm.
Ooh, that is a critical success.
Oh, hooray.
So Mapondo is number 3. So you get up to at least 3 influence points, which gets you to the first tier. Warden Chief Mapondo is willing to forgive Corday's previous transgressions at the doorway to the Red Star and establish a strong and lasting bond with the Macambia. They do like one of those heavy-handed like wrist handshakes where they clasp, your forearm, and you're like, oh. Very strong handshake. But you tried arm wrestling Gama once. You can not let that show on your face. Moving on to Charlotte then. Your last round of influencing.
We'll try with Asando again. Another crafting check.
Okay.
Nat 2053.
Let's go.
How? Anyway,
So
I-
good.
Look,
all right, so we just move on directly on to tier 2 or 4, with the mayor. Magistrate Mayor Asanda agrees to a reciprocal program of government internships for Magambia students and educational programs to educate civic leaders on magical opportunities. Example, if you hear rumors that lovely vase you bought for your office is cursed, maybe check with us first before you put it in your office. He's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Move from Charlotte to Avi.
Yeah. I think I am gonna see if I can't smooth things over with the mayor. Maybe now that he's had some jungle juice in him, maybe my shiny dress is not quite as intimidating.
Apropos of
this
nothing,
time-
of Mercedes hands the mayor a cup of punch.
oh my god, it's Mercedes right there in front of me at this very moment.
Yes.
Yes.
And begin gay
Oh.
panic.
I deliberately steer the mayor away from the both of them so that they can have a moment alone and roll non-Tamu to talk about this.
There's a sweet little, just a moment, where Mercedes hands you a cup of punch, Charlotte, and smiles like an idiot. 36 Nantambu, that's Nantambu lore, I'm assuming.
Yes. Is that not what it says?
It just says Nantambu.
Yeah.
You're just rolling the city.
I roll non-Tambu.
I mean,
the whole city just
as almost level 20 characters, we
Katamari?
probably
I mean,
can.
you guys have been carrying Nantambu on your back, essentially, so. But that is a success. So that will get you up to just one shy of tier 6. Or tier 3, whatever. Igara, your last round of influence.
Golden City still needs to get maxed out, right?
Bungie?
Yes, it needs 2 more to max out. So we need
Natural
that-
20.
Yay!
Why-
There we go.
Wow.
Okay, I'm
yeah,
back.
yeah, there you go.
I'm back.
Oh.
Oh?
Ooh,
Listen.
okay, this is pleased with all the Magambia has to offer to cement Osaibu's relationship with the school. Amanja Jinga gives the heroes a token of Osaibu's amity, a 8th level wand of ever-flowing life. She also gives each of them a bead in the shape of a leaf to their beloved bracelets, passing along Demari DG's best wishes.
Aw, that's nice.
Who I imagine like peers in a window or something and gives it like a thumbs up.
You said
Probably can't fit inside.
ever-flowing life?
A 8th level wand of ever-flowing life.
What does that do?
That's a
It
good
essentially
question.
cast heal at the indicated level, so it's got like 8 charges of heal that you can, I guess, split up between.
So you said it's an 8th level wand of...
Yes.
Okay, so it's a once a day 8th level heal for free. So,
Nice.
I hand that to Endures.
Yeah, after you cast a spell at the start of your next turn, excess healing magic wells up within the wand and heals you, as though you cast the first action version of heal on yourself at the same spell level.
Oh, actually, then Igor takes that.
That's fine.
Because then I can pop myself with a level 8 heal, and then,
Simpack.
yeah, basically.
Yucky.
That's called
Alright.
a Wand of Ever-Flowing Life.
Yep. All right, and let me take a look quickly at the board. Oh, we actually have maxed out Father
Endures in
Haverhill
Darkness?
already. Yeah, he's so there's no way he can max out the Warden Chief, but he might be able to get that last point for the Mayor. So let's see if
Yeah.
what the Mayor has. Uh,
He probably
try and
has some
blindside myself
combo.
as to the DC numbers. Oh boy. There's in Darkness. What do you have? Oh boy.
Florabunda, go inspire your uncle or something. I don't know.
Uncle. Endures in Darkness would have a full crisis realizing he has familial responsibility for another life.
What?
Oh god, poor. Hmm. You know, I'm gonna throw you guys a bone, and I'm gonna say, um, the warfare lore skill he has is he would have the same rank than Nantambu lore. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna roll his warfare lore, and that'll be what he's rolling for Nantambu. 34. That is a success, but not a critical one. But it doesn't matter because you guys were at 5 for the mayor. So that brings us up to tier 6. Ooh, oh, someone's gonna like this. Happy with an opportunity to become still closer to the Magambia, and for the boost this interaction is certain to bring to his own political career, Magistrate Mayor Asanda gives the heroes his cherished circlet of persuasion in gratitude, which is concerning to me that a politician had that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Magically
he
assisted
might not have given it up,
politics.
but he drank that cup of punch.
Magically assisted politics.
Mercedes, tilting
Good
to the
job,
side,
Mercedes.
goes and nearly falls into a potted plant.
Oh, Mercedes.
So a circle of persuasion is really cool because that's called an apex item.
Ooh.
And that will increase someone's charisma by a +2.
So,
So
Ophelia.
yeah, so
Someone.
this
Who's
goes to Ophelia.
Somebody
And
do
you also get a
someone.
bonus to deception in that, and you all can also cast a 4th level charm spell once per hour with 2 actions.
Thank
Nice.
goodness I get a bonus to
Yeah.
my deception, because you'll never
Now-
know. You'll never guess what my deception is.
2.
Well, now it's
So
at
now
6.
an apex item, you can only have one apex item equipped at a time. So I have mine. Ophelia now has theirs. So now we just need to get Charlotte and Navi's, and we're set.
So that brings to close the schmoozing part of the luncheon. But before we move into the next section, there's a very quick interaction that happens. You guys are called aside by Old Mage Tatembe Onayamba, but Charlotte, before you can follow the rest of the your companions out of the room, you feel a hand grab yours, and you turn, and Mercedes is there, and she kind of like stares you into the eyes awkwardly for a couple seconds. You feel like she's trying to say something, and then she says, "Would you like to get a coffee next week? I think I need a week."
Oh, well, with the amount of Final Fantasy 14 I've been playing, that's a death flag.
Yes. Yeah. No, yes, of course.
That would be great. And then she runs away at high speed.
You look really pretty in.
She leaves behind
Bless her heart.
a crystal slipper. No.
Ay.
But we go from that to something a tad more serious. Jitembe and Oyamba pull you guys aside into like the cloakroom briefly. Jitembe flicks his hand or something, and a little shimmering barrier appears, and you think he's cast like a privacy screen. So apparently, the students that were dispatched to, get Corday to show up to this important ceremony have returned empty-handed. Corday isn't in her office, her laboratory in the Hababe building, or any other of her usual locations. So both Jitembe and Oyamba kind of share a glance at this point, and it seems like they've perhaps run out of patience with Corday, and they want you to go get her, bring her back, and at this point start answering questions about the weird egg. It's high time.
A certain location on her, I think.
Well,
Hey, what's the
Um,
odds that they've been possessed by whatever's in the egg and are now like, I don't know, trying to hatch it themselves?
well, here's the thing. They've asked around any of the students that were sort of like working as staff or being part of the party, and they do have some information that you don't actually need to locate the person. Corday was last seen in a research building on campus, not one of our regular ones, but they were directing several students in a project that seemed urgent. The research building is primarily for advanced studies on living organisms and their effect on the environment. The building is usually called the BARB, as shorthand for the Biological Advanced Research Building. Also because the decor features numbers of animals with antlers, horns, talons, and claws. Um, it is no secret that over the last few weeks, Corday has been spending time immersed in private experiments, admittedly something she does quite often. This time, however, she needed more help from her usual cadre of favorite students. So there's been rumors that she's been asking around low key for more help from other places. If you guys want to do a diplomacy to gather information, you can find out perhaps who they've been pulling in to assist with their work.
You want to hazard a guess that it's Ankaru, Miriam, and Shazari?
Yeah, that's where my money's at. Let's find
So
out.
if anyone wants to, okay, all right, there you go. In addition, the additional aid this team came from Shazere, Ignacia, and Noxolo. All were still working on their assignments for Corday in the Barb the last time anyone saw them. So, do you guys head out from the party to investigate the Barb?
Let's go to the Barb.
She really
Right.
just put a damper on this day, didn't she?
I mean, presumably you guys are just going to go to the Barb, say, hey, Corday, come with us, and return to the party.
I mean,
You
a
know,
festival and a
Rick and Morty
TTRPG.
meme.
What
Rick
could
and Morty
go
meme.
wrong?
In and out, 20-minute adventure.
Let's go. I've got punch to drink.
So, when you guys approach the building, you find some block text.
Ooh.
The usually busy paths of the Magambia are surprisingly still as you approach the Barb. The benches and fountains where students normally debate, relax, or read are abandoned, as Jatembe's return has attracted anyone with free time to the center of campus to, witness that ceremony and maybe sneak into the party. The Barb is 3 stories high. Its lower floor is well aired, with windows open and their wood slatted curtains rolled up and tied. Low stairs lead to walkways through the lower floor. Brightly painted walls feature images of deer, warthogs, falcons, and other animals. All right, I am going to see if I can place you guys on the Barb map. Give me a second.
Does anything stop us from just flying up to the top of the building?
Yes.
Plot.
Nope, stop that. Roll 20. That's not what I want you to do.
Plot's what stops us.
Yeah, there's a plot barrier.
For those about to plot, we salute you.
All right, give me a second.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you for
Okay. I'm gonna place you
Vibing.
on the map. Give me just a second.
good. I'm moving
Charlotte.
the map.
I'm blind. Oh no, I see.
In there.
Oh no, I don't like what I see.
I'll take care of myself.
Avi Avi.
Oh no.
Oh. It's very dark.
I feel like there should be doors there, but whatever.
It's very dark and I'm
Not if they're bursting wide open. Where's Donna?
Charlotte, can you
What?
All right. I'm just gonna say this since you guys are already kind of seeing into this. The central hall. 2 doors lead from a hallway down the central hall, one open and one closed. A pool of foul-smelling, bubbly green liquid has flooded half of the hallway. It's spreading down the passage in both directions at a slow pace, inching forward on grasping liquid fingers. Everything else is quiet and still, save for a weak and ineffectual knock that sounds from behind the closed door. Knock, knock.
Oh, what is that? Also, I can't see anything. I'm in the dark.
Really? Hold on.
There you go.
Mhm.
That's
It's
odd.
black.
No, it's
Failed,
not.
though.
This map doesn't have any lighting on it.
No,
There
it
it goes.
does. I see lighting. Well,
Perfect, thank you.
Oh. Well.
but because this is going to be, there's going to be some choices involved here, possibly some hazards or something. I'm gonna say we will end things here for tonight. But
Messed up.
things feel there's an odd vibe at the Barb.
Well,
But when has anything ever gone weird at a lab before? It's not like there'll be like a zombie apocalypse or anything.
and with that, my friends, thank you all so much for coming to tonight's episode of The Strength of Thousands Adventure Path here on twitch.tv/tabletop rolls. Woo!
Oh, before the last thing, the camera zooms way across the city. The tree shakes.
Join us next time as we enter the Barb and dispatch with whatever is making this pointed plot point. Otherwise, check out our many other shows here on the channel, and we'll see you all on the next one. Bye-bye.
Have a good night, everyone.
Goodbye.
Okay.